Hey everyone! I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. My name is Boom Shaka, and I welcome you to this episode wherever you guys are listening to me on. I am so grateful. In this episode, in this video, we're going to be speaking about money and how it is such a tainted and explosive subject for so many people. I was at a workshop yesterday, a really amazing workshop. It's a speed friending event, amazing event held by two of my really good friends here in Chiang Mai, and it was such a well put out and well thought out event. It was really well done, and I've done workshops before, so I know how much effort it takes to put on a workshop like that. So I know how much energy they put in, how much money, how much just the time. It's a lot of effort, right, guys? And so these women are amazing, and I am so grateful that they're in my life. So I went to the event, and at the end of the event, they asked for a suggested donation of a certain amount, right? One of them was really good about it, and she said, if you guys are capable, please suggest donation is this. The other one obviously was like me. She had a little bit of compunction, a little bit of hesitation about asking for money. She said, yeah, if you want to, but if you don't really have the money, or if you don't want to, if you don't think it was valuable, like, blah, blah. So she kind of had all of these additional things that she said about the money, about the donation. I'm not saying using this video to criticize her at all, because I know exactly where she's coming from, because I was in exactly the same spot, and I sometimes have exactly the same feelings right now in this moment in time, even though I've progressed a little bit. Every single time I go through the same kind of money issues, right? Every single time you hit a level, you're going to have a different set of money hang-ups. And you're going to hit another level after that. And you're going to have another set of money hang-ups. And it's going to keep on going like that. So you're never going to be done with that, is basically what I'm saying, right? So again, not a criticism on her. Just wanted to explain to you guys what this is all about and how I've been kind of looking at it from my perspective. Just my opinion. As a spiritual person, unfortunately, there is the demonic, and I want to use the word demonic because it's truly a demonic phrase, a demonic idea that has been planted into spiritual people's heads that says that money is evil, and if I want a lot of money, or if I feel like, or if I'm the kind of person who everyone thinks wants money, then I'm not spiritual, or I am a bad person, or I am being selfish, or whatever other things that you tell yourself because you are bad for wanting money. I had exactly the same freaking idea planted into my head somehow. I have no idea how. And it was in my head for the longest time. So anytime I got money into my life, I would do something to sabotage myself and then get rid of it. It was just my pattern over and over and over again. I repeated it over decades, right? I'm sitting here now, and I know I still sometimes have those moments where I'm thinking to myself, do I really deserve this? Did I put in enough effort for it? Like, should people really pay for this? I recently uploaded or launched a membership site, a gamified spiritual awakening journey, an odyssey of sorts called the Awakening Odyssey. And it was the same kind of deal where I was thinking to myself, okay, do I deserve to charge people money for this? Notwithstanding the fact that I put in 2 months of concerted effort into building this thing, I put so much of my blood, sweat, energy, tears, creativity, joy, everything into this project. That is one of the best projects that I've created ever and has gotten rave feedback from everyone around me. I've created 108 video modules into the course, into the 108 video module course. I've put so much time and creativity. I mean, I've done a lot for it, right? The amount of money I'm charging for it is not synonymous with how much effort I put in. So it's totally worth it. But I still have to go through this process of thinking to myself, okay, did I do enough? Am I allowed to ask for this money? Is basically the conversation that goes through my head. And it's a conversation that goes through a lot of spiritual people's head. A lot of hippies, if you want to call it, or people who believe that they are living in a different realm and they don't need to live in the physical world. I have so many friends like that because I am myself a semi-hippie. I actually have my body in both ends. So I'm also a digital nomad, which is very technical, very geeky, very nerdy, like very techie, blah, blah, blah. And I'm also a hippie, so I'm also all about essential oils and natural stuff and the spiritual realm and quantum physics and all that stuff. So I have both ends of it, right? I see both sides. And I see my spiritual hippie friends, and they are, unfortunately, because they don't live in the real world, because they're all meditating and all in their heads, they forget that they have to live in this real world where they need money to survive. Yes, money is something that perhaps we could get rid of in the future, but right now, in this moment in time, in this world we live in right now, in this natural physical world, we need money in order to survive. It is a given fact right now. We cannot get away from it. And so what we need to do is we need to learn the rules of the game. We need to learn how to manifest and bring money into our life, how to work for it, how to bring it into our life, and to use it as a tool, as a source of energy, and that is all. Right? That's all we need to learn how to do. We have to live in this world, right? We don't live in a world where there is no money. If you lived on a commune, perhaps, but right now, if you live in Chiang Mai, or if you live here, like I do, you need money to do the things you need to do. In order to live the life that you want to live, you need it. Have to have it, right? So how are you going to bring it into your life? That's where you have to consider all the different talents and skills and abilities you have. But I notice my spiritual hippie friends, they will bring money into their life in whatever manner they want or need, but they sometimes have a hard time not only keeping the money, obviously, because they give it away or somehow it gets lost, like they drop their wallet somewhere and there was like 5,000 baht in there, or the wallet gets stolen and it's like 20,000, all of their savings were in that wallet, or they didn't realize that they were supposed to report to immigration and they had to pay 10,000 baht as a fine for being 22 days late, which is a story that was recounted to me. And I'm thinking to myself, and she's saying that was all the money in my account, right? And I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, that's such an easy fix. If you just put something in your calendar saying, I have to go to report to immigration. But that's little things like that because we live in the spiritual realm up there in the ether, we forget that there's a physical world we have to occupy. And it's not going to work. We can't manifest these immigration visits into our life. Do you know what I'm saying? We need to sometimes schedule things in. We have to live here. And so we have to have our feet, our head, our bodies at both ends of the world. We cannot just be a meditator and live in our heads. We have this physical body that needs food, that needs hygiene, that needs nutrition, that needs social contact, needs all of these things. And so we need to remember that. And so when you're thinking about money, do not believe that you're ever going to be over all of your money hang-ups. Even people who are millionaires still have issues with money, right? So that's not the issue. The issue is to realize over and over again, when you are dealing with money, that money is just a tool. Money is just a tool. Just like meditation is a tool, just like books are a tool. They're just a tool. We don't get really enamored or really hyper about it. It's a tool. Money is exactly the same. It's just a form of energy that we exchange with the world for what we have given to the world, right? If you give, you receive. It's the law of sowing and reaping. It's always in effect, even if we are aware of it or not. So what you give out, put out in the world in the form of your services are going to be reciprocated back to you in the form of money. But if you have this thing inside of you that says, I don't deserve it, or I need to do more, or I'm spiritual and I don't like money, then of course there's going to be a block there. Right? I really want you guys, if you are at all in that space of mind or that headspace, think about money as a tool. Every single time you're dealing with money. I have my wallet right here. Let me pull it out. So here is my wallet, right? And I have noticed very many people, what they do is that they have their money like squished up all in their wallet. I am very careful with the way I place my money into my wallet. And whenever I pull it out, I have a ritual where I think to myself, this is time money, by the way. I think to myself, okay, I love this money. It's going to get me all this amazing stuff. It's going to help me live this amazing life. It's going to get me delicious food. It's going to get me water. All the other things that money gets you. And I place it back and I'm joyful that I have this money. Every single time I deal with my bills, I'm exactly the same headspace. I think of it as, thank you for all the things that I've gotten because I'm paying this bill, the internet bill that I pay. I get this awesome internet connection so I can do all these amazing things with you guys, right? I get to do all these things because of money, because it's a tool that I've used and I'm using and I'm going to keep on using. And so I want you guys to think of it as exactly the same thing. It's just a tool, but it's also a tool that we need to love. it has given me so much, and I absolutely love money. It is something that allows me to live this amazing life. I wouldn't be able to do it without it, right? Does that make sense? I hope it does make sense to you guys, and I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on money and what your money hang-ups or money mind blocks are. Tell me about it. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know if you guys have any other questions at all. You can message me at boomshaka@themillionairehippie.com. And if you guys are interested, you can check out my new membership site, this gamified spiritual awakening journey, which is called the Awakening Odyssey. And a link is below in the description, so you can check it out there. I hope that you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. I'm so grateful that you're here, and I'm so grateful that you are talking and listening and watching. I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Bye for now.